Very lucky. You know, I write these parts. They had to play these parts, so we weren't making the movie. And they all said yes, and they were all available, and they wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it, in this kind of small way, and, you know, not a lot of CGI, not, you know, just us really just getting back to basics.
What's special about this movie is Split was in the franchise, but certainly originally when I read Split, it was an original. I didn't know that he had the end in mind that he clearly put on the movie. This movie is very much a piece of this amazing trilogy, and so for us as a company, we make mostly originals, so it was really, really fun to have the opportunity to work on this franchise that's 20 years old, and I think a real part of cinema history, so it was a real, very special thing for us to be involved.
You know, the audience seems like they kind of asked for it. My social media feed's constantly blown up with people wanting to know, you know, are you doing another movie? When can we expect this movie? We need to do another Glass, you know. So it's been blowing up and blowing up, blowing up for the last almost 18 years. So it was time.
I mean, if I was working with one of them, it would be an extraordinary day for me. But to be working with all of them was a bit, it was a heady experience.
It was so, I can't even tell you how wild it was to come back on this movie. And obviously, anytime you get to work with somebody like Knight or Bruce or Sam or Sarah, Anya, or any of these guys, it was just, it's so incredible. But also to come back in this context is something that I just never thought it would happen. I really didn't. Knight had talked about there being a sequel, but it had been so many years. And as an actor, to get to play a character that I played so many years ago, I don't think many people have had that opportunity. So it was pretty cool.
Honestly, as an actor, it's obviously incredible because I get to learn from the very, very best. But as a human, I'd say it's more so. You know, these are incredible people with very deep, intellectual, wonderful, beautiful souls. And so to get to know them is the biggest blessing of all.
When Knight called me, it was the biggest surprise and the biggest joy, you know, to go back and work with these guys. And Knight's working with Knight is a joy. And then you put us all back together. It was wonderful, you know, and to see it differently. We're seeing it differently this time. So I'm overjoyed.
Getting to show the Horde who really believe in the Beast, and they believe in him like a religious figure, almost like a religious icon, exploring their doubts and their shaken faith. It was pretty interesting because they believed so hard in the last one. The last one was all about you believe whatever you think you are, whatever you believe you are, and then we shake that belief in this movie, and that was an interesting thing to do.
The idea of the trilogy, of this East Rail 177 trilogy, the Unbreakable trilogy, is what if it were just us? And some of us realized maybe we could do special things, but no flying and no lasers coming out of the eyes. Just things like intuition and using your mind, and there's a disorder that gives you special gifts. And what would that feel like to be thinking that maybe you have something special inside you? Keeping it super grounded.